Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will put total effort to crank us up. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback will audible. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's got room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Powell.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
One thing you can never take for granted defensively is the ability to make tackles in space. That was not easy. That's a running back catching the ball out on the perimeter of the field on 3rd down. He's used to making people miss and looking silly. Great job using fundamentals to get him down, setting up 4.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He unleashes a long one. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle back.
And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's still third and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. He'll set up to throw. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Ohio State 14, Penn State 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. First and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass, it's Aller. Got his man on the outside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The pull and throw off the RPO. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Offense set on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Judkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that third down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half.
That's the end of the first half. Ohio State 17.
And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. The give to the single back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Restrepo. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Coming after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Lets it fly deep downfield.
Shut up.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at his front.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Ward. Got his man in the middle.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Quarterback just lost track.
Line is set on 3rd down.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off.
Keep busting your ass. What the fuck is you talking
Made him
about?
pay. It's intercepted.
Keep busting your ass. Get the fuck out of here, weak ass nigga. Fuck out of here, weak ass. After this game's
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faroe Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Cook. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Missouri!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
And I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he He hauls it in at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. On the run, it's Judkins. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense right now, they are doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Cook. Flushed out of the pocket. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. To the air, it's Howard. Moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Brings up second down.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a deep.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
11 on the play. Third down coming up.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Gets away. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Looking for a big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Makes the grab. It's Burden. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, and it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Howard. They're working that left side. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss.
Off he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. For a productive play on first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the draw. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third.
Ohio State 24, Missouri 14.
Now now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Got a man in the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Missouri wants to go fast.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football, forcing the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Using the quick game. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. They'll run for it on 4th down. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. And the Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in this final minute. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Touchdown, Ohio State! One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a gold turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today we have two of college football's elite meeting force with force in a battle of top 5 teams and 2 squads square off looking to hit their stride. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Oh, ball's out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself the chance, but you got to finish.
Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big moment.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big moment.
defense creates a turnover, I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Dropping back, it's Ward. And that pass intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll throw it on first down. The sure hands. It's Henderson. Obliterates him, still on the move. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the middle. He got a hand in there. Complete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got it past the marker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. And they got him for the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, K. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Henderson. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. That's reeled in, it's Scott. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Finds his man. It's Scott. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback extends the play. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years.
Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Scott. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. He might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quick shovel pass. On the move at the 30. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jess.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions.
Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, turns it on in midfield, smashes through. He's off to the races. He's at the 10, and the defense couldn't corral him. Talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Martinez. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Martinez. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Martinez on the carry. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll pull it on the read. And the Canes get the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quick pass on the fly motion. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Ward. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback. Need a lot of space to get it in there. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Number 1 with the carry.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. At the 35, he's open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Miami.
First down to start the drive after the break. Right back to the well. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Go straight ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? They'll run it. Jumped on top of the pile.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Pulls and fires complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. To throw, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. Buying some time. He'll let one go down the right side. Wide open. He makes the catch. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots, soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Caught over the middle. It's Arroyo. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Well, jet sweep pass.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Back to throw, it's Ward. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And it's, oh, what a call. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. It falls incomplete, and they tried to get him messed up with the third down fake and couldn't pull it off. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Slips away. Using his legs to buy some time. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Now sliding to his left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Ward. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't keep it.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Escapes the sack. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Howard. Quickly to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ibuka. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
3:25.
They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. That Miami offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Back to throw, it's Howard. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Wants to throw. It's Ward. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense. Timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback on the keeper. He will not. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll leave it with him. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
He's back to throw on second down. Working that left side now. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try to pop the draw. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down for this offense. Give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Howard. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He gets a block, and the returner will be brought down. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. Bust through behind his pads. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Boise State 14, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. They're bringing heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football and knocking it out and then falling up for a massive fumble recovery.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Takes it on the shovel. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. Listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. He's looking for a man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. He turns it loose to the left. And he's got it inside the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And this one splits the uprights. The Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets away from one. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. At the 45, on its way. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Finds his man, it's Judkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The quarterback by himself in the backfield. On second down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Back to pass, it's Howard. Coming after him. He's got it. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Henderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Grabbed over the middle. It's Scott. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They want to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Myers on the move. He's got him wide open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And the offense gets a huge completion running 4 verticals down the field. They're using the speed at receiver and tight end to really try and stretch the field. And boy, oh boy, they made that happen.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Can't get him to the ground. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need some.
Touchdown, Boise State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot.
Can anyone catch him? And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Dropping back, it's Howard. He's going up top here late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He wants to throw. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Henderson. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Strikes the blow. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push an envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Honestly, I don't think in this situation of the game you need to be taking shots that far down the field. You need high percentage throws. You need to be able to play pitch and catch and move this ball down the field, down a possession late, to put yourself in an opportunity to win.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Offense in an empty set. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got his man quickly. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires left. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding the...
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 4th-ranked team of the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A 1st down for the offense. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Howard. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the stick. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. 1st down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. Got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan! And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter. Michigan 7, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a crease, it's Henderson. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is when you're going to throw the ball consistently.
Going up top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. After the misfire now on second down. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Howard. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and...
Got a lot of running room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Buckeyes are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
The sure hands, it's Tate. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. To a drive there of 84 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air, it's Orji. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The inside handoff. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Powers through. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fast motion from the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Now adjusting. He'll let it go down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Skips away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor.
Touchdown, Michigan! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Roll that offense back out there. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. If you want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take them.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. We did just that.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop. Snatches it on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Orji. He's looking deep. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. Got a man, it's Edwards. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Dropping back, it's Orji. Going for 6. And it's caught for a touchdown, and